Hello, everyone. Before we begin, I would like to share that I am not a medical doctor. I'm not a spiritual master or an expert of any kind. I'm just a country pumpkin sharing his theoretical perspective for entertainment purpose only. And the topic for entertainment today is the source of information. This relates to more of everyday life and spirituality, especially spirituality when we think we are in communion or communicating with God. But in essence, we are just communicating with an ET, a faceless ET, and we think he's or she is a God, but a lower G God, not a big G God like source consciousness. And that happens through channeling, tarot card reading, or an internal dialogue with someone or something. And we think that is God because it's spirituality. That means it's something higher, more noble, more genuine, more expansive, more all-knowing. That is a bunch of BS. That is giving our power away without even realizing or knowing it, because we're not trying to confirm or validate. We think, oh crap, I got this information from God, from the source consciousness, from that thing so way above me. But we are, without realizing it, I am God, source consciousness itself. That thing, that voice, or that information, that source, is supposed to help you expand, not to direct how you should live and experience. So when we regard to source of information, it's mostly from path number 2. We receive information to redirect how what we share or how we live, to redirect everything, not just us, but everything around us by through that information, like channeling, tarot card reading, psychic reading. I'm not saying they're all bad, but they are a very good chance, high opportunity to be manipulated. And that involves another voice within your mind. That could be good or bad. I'm just generalizing here. That voice in your head does not mean source of God consciousness. It could mean just an ET communicating with you with telepathy. The other simpler everyday way of life of information is through the thoughts in your mind, because we are transmitter, and receiver. So when we have that thought in our mind, people normally run with it, thinking that it is for me, without realizing that you can pick that up from the environment, from those around you, or being thoughts are being directed directly at you toward by equipment or someone implanting that thought in your mind to manipulate you, how you should react and think and do things. That's where I refer to wrong number, because that source information, you think you realize it and you're realizing it, or it just come to mind without realizing it, that could be coming from actual entities, demonic entities, from other groups, from those around you, especially when you are not in balance, when you are like a chicken without your head, or when you're being influenced by narcotic, by drugs, by marijuana, ayahuasca, whatever you're being influenced by. You open up your field to be manipulated, and you think that's, oh, good source of information means come from above. Coming from above does not mean it's not about legit. It does not mean that it's good for you. You need to fact check those information, because those that are on path number 1 never, or almost never, intervene directly in your life. They can give you nudges. Sometimes you get, what the hell? I am blind, mute, and deaf. Can you make it clearer? Can you make it louder? You're not making it obvious enough for me. It's like fumbling in the dark when you're trying to listen to and understand your intuition, the nudges and the aspiration. What the heck are they? And because you have all this fear, insecurity, all these weaknesses, all your shadow trying to beat the crap out of you, trying to disempower you and persuade you and all that things. Do not follow what's inside. Do not follow that nudge, that drive. Do not follow that aspiration, inspiration within inside you, trying to drag you down every step of the way. That your shadow self is always trying to redirect, control your life. So when we are more conscious of ourselves, our free will choices, the option we have, the less of an opportunity for us to being manipulated, being redirected, so that we can more consciously co-create with our free will choice and have discernment for the information around us, not just around us, but within us and wherever we receive from. Because that inside of us, that intuition, that instinct will let us know that information is off or not. And that's where most of us need to learn and to trust ourselves, to believe in ourselves, that we are source consciousness, we are God consciousness, we have what it takes. We know enough to co-create and to do what we need to do. Oh, we need to trust ourselves, that drive, that instinct, instead of relying those external sources or that extra voice in our head. It's not our self-dialogue, but that actually an extra voice in our head. We're using voice of God technology or whatever they're using. Therefore, I wish you the best use of your free will choice to apply discernment, to filter out the information you receive, whether it's from the thoughts in your mind, to what you pick around, to channeling, to voice of God, whatever method. Look inside, use discernment, and good luck in applying your free will choice. Thank you.